Welcome back. New month, new video, new topic. So today we will learn what are isolators. So now let's pop up through this video. After watching this video, you will understand basic need and functions of isolator, location of isolator, operation of isolators, need of earth switch, how to operate circuit breaker, isolator and earth switch, that is sequence of operation, and at the end of this video you will be able to watch one video which shows you basic operation of isolator. You all are well familiar with electric power system. Transmission of electric power takes place through different stages like generation, transmission, distribution up to consumer point, isn't it? So this power system is divided into different regions like generating station, transmission system, receiving station, distribution station, and at the last we are having load points. In every region there is a need of switchgear for safety operation of power system. Substation have different substation equipments. To make it more clear, let's take an example of one outdoor switchyard. In this single line diagram, an outdoor switchyard in a substation has several three-phase equipments. Their relative locations and connections are shown in this diagram. For safety operation of and maintenance, protection and control, it is necessary to take into consideration the location and need of different switchgear equipments. So as shown in this single line diagram, there is a bus bar, isolator, circuit breaker. Again isolator is shown. One more switch is there, that is earthing switch. Then there is a PT, that is potential transformer, current transformer. Then lightning arrestor is there. And ahead we are having overhead transmission line. Here main basic symbols are shown related to isolator or switch. Generally isolators are of two types. So one is single break and other one is double break. So both type of isolators are symbolically represented here, and you might have found this particular symbol in previous slide, and that is of earth switch. As you've seen in the single line diagram, circuit breaker is connected between the bus bar and outgoing and incoming circuits. So now it's very clear to you exactly where to locate isolators. Isolator is provided on each side of circuit breaker as shown here. Just see here, one circuit breaker is shown and on both sides we are having isolators. The protection zones should overlap and cover the circuit breaker. Hence, CTs are necessary on each side of circuit breaker. This point we have already covered in previous sessions. We are also having potential transformer, surge arrestor, lightning arrestor, then series and shunt reactors are there. All such type of other equipments are located or installed in electric power system. Now let's switch on our main point. What is isolator? Isolator is a disconnecting switch. It is somewhat different than that of normal switch, ordinary switch. It is only and only used for disconnecting purpose or isolation purpose. It operates at no load condition. Please remember this point. Isolator always operates at no load condition. It is never used for breaking load current like ordinary switch. Whatever type of switches we are using in electric power system, we are having its purpose for making and breaking the system, and we always operate it at load condition. But now your isolator, it is never used for breaking load current, and as I am saying here that it is not operated at load condition, so there is no need to specify making and breaking current capacity for isolator. Isolators are used in addition to circuit breaker and are provided on each side of every circuit breaker to provide isolation and enable maintenance. So isolation during maintenance is a main role of isolator. While opening a circuit breaker, the circuit breaker is first opened and then isolator. And if you want to close the system, then while closing, the isolator is closed first and then circuit breaker. And the reason behind it is isolator never operates on load condition. That is why we are operating while opening, we have to open the circuit breaker first and then isolator, and while closing, the isolator is closed first and then circuit breaker. Generally, automatic switching of isolator is preferred. We may have other option of manual operation or manual switching, but generally automatic switching of isolator is preferred. Now let's go through construction of isolator. In a power system, there are 3 pole isolators. They have 3 identical poles, support or insulator parts. As shown here, you can see 3 different insulator poles are shown, and on that we are having conducting bars. Conducting part consists of copper or aluminium rod, fixed and moving contact. Such type of construction is there of fixed and moving contacts. At center you will find moving contact. So while operating this type of circuit isolators, it will move, and these 2 parts are fixed. You might have some doubt in your mind, like how these 3 poles are going to operate together. So the simultaneous operation of 3 poles is obtained by mechanical interlocking of the 3 poles. It means there is a mechanical interlocking in between 3 different phases, 3 different poles, and one common operating mechanism is there. Operating mechanism may be manual, or in addition to this you may find either electrical motor mechanism or pneumatic mechanism. Isolators can be provided with earth switch. In single line diagram you have found this symbol. The earthing switch or earth switch consists of conductor bar. When it is to be closed, these bars swing and connect the contact of live part of isolator to earth. There is interlocking between 3 poles for simultaneous operation, and there is an interlocking with circuit breaker also. So isolator is also having interlocking with circuit breaker. So isolators cannot be opened unless the circuit breaker is open, and circuit breaker cannot be closed unless the isolator is closed. That is why it is because your isolator always operates at no load condition. In this way, it also ensures the safety of operators during maintenance work. This earthing switch or earth switch is normally open. The main function of earth switch is to discharge the voltage trapped on the line. Though the line is disconnected, there is some voltage on the line to which the capacitance between the line and earth is charged. This voltage may be significantly high. Before maintenance work, this voltage is discharged to earth with the help of earth switch. Normally, earth switch are mounted on the frame of isolator. So from this discussion, it is very clear that circuit breaker, isolator, earth switch, we need to operate the power system. So now question is how to operate it. Which sequence you need to follow while operating circuit breakers, isolators and earth switch. So while opening, what you have to do? First, open circuit breaker, then open isolator and close earthing switch or earth switch. It means the sequence is opening circuit breaker because circuit breaker can be operated on load condition. Isolator is opened after circuit breaker because isolator always operates on no load condition, and whatever charge is still remaining on the line you need to earth it, and that is why you have to close the earth switch so that the remaining charge on the line will go to earth. This is the sequence for opening, and while closing you need to open earth switch first. First, you need to open earth switch, then close isolator. Again same thing, isolator we are operating on no load condition, and afterward you have to close circuit breaker. So sequence while closing is first you need to open earth switch, then close isolator, and lastly you need to close circuit breaker. In my next video, I will cover different types of constructions and isolator. But before leaving this session, let's watch the actual operation of horizontal type isolator.
हाँ